What's up, you guys? All right, well, Green Day recap. Better than yesterday. I wanted to go for a drive. Convertible. It's raining outside, so can't really celebrate my Green Day here, but I did go for a drive yesterday. Red Day recap. Wind in my hair and kind of tried to let the red day go, let some of those mistakes, just put them behind me, and I sat down today. New day, new me. And across the board today was good. I did have a couple of small losers, but I managed risk on them well. The losses were small. I think the biggest loss was $750, and my biggest winner over $12,000, which is great. Swing trades, I still have a couple open, one on Amazon, one on Apple, which are doing okay. Nothing big there, and I don't see anything right now that I'm thinking is going to set me up for another trade. So I don't know. It's still a little early. I might, between 3 and 4, look to take on another swing trade, but I'm not sure yet. The market's kind of in a funny spot here. So I hope you guys had a good day, made a little bit of money, and we'll be back at it first thing tomorrow morning. I'll be live streaming the pre-market watch list right around 8:45, 9 a.m. So tune in right here on YouTube. And as always, if you guys have questions, comments, feel free to leave them down below. All right, so that's it for me. I'm going to just sit here and do the wheel and the pedals and dream of a sunnier day. All right, see you guys later. All right, everyone, so we're going to break down the trades from this morning. I finished the day up $10,983, as you can see right here, and 6 cents, which is not bad, all things considered. The bulk of the profit came on PED, which is currently halted pending news. This one was on the gap scanner, but I wasn't really sure about it. I didn't trade it pre-market. It wasn't even until the bell rang and it squeezed up right here that I started jumping in it at, let's see, going into what I thought was going to be a halt at 66, 72, 75, and adding at 88. Right at the open, it surged up, and it actually looked like it was about to get halted. If I go back to a 10-second chart, you'll see how it was kind of paused for a second at 88, or 81 maybe. It was like right here. And then all of a sudden, the halt level moved up, and it rips up here to 2, dips back down, and as it comes back up right here, I took my profit into that breakout. And I bought 30,000 shares on my first trade, and actually scaled up on it. Let's see. I was using my hotkeys, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40,000 shares. So up to 40,000 shares and taking profit as it broke over $2. So that ended up being a nice trade there, from 80 to 2 or so, around probably $6,000 in the first trade. It pulled back, gave a second little breakout there, and then we'll switch back to the 1-minute chart. Through this area here, it was kind of interesting because it was struggling to break over 215, and I tried right here on that little dip, and then I tried it again through here. So 3 taps, and then boom, we got the breakout. And so on this one, I actually bought right down here at 201, 202, and what I said to myself, I said, I'm buying the dip, and I'm going to set my stop down just below $2, just below the whole dollar. And as it squeezed up, then I added 210, 215, back up to a 30,000 plus share position for the break back over the high of 215 up to 227. Took profit into the breakout. It sold off here, and I didn't trade it anymore. That was it. So my trades were just in the first basically 10 minutes of the day. And then the next trades, I had a $3 winner on AIM. This was 3 pre-market trades. There was some news that came out on COVID. a COVID catalyst, as we'd call it now, and it gave a little trade here, false breakout, a second attempt here, and a third attempt here, and it kept failing, and so I gave up on it. MOXC I traded pre-market and lost 150 on. This one was, it was actually right here on this pullback that I got long, 12,000 shares. It hit a high of 77 and then came back down, and I stopped out of it for about a 1 penny loss, which isn't too bad. So I lost 150 bucks on that. And then REKR hit the high day Momo scanner, got halted. On the resumption, it squeezed up. I tried to buy the dip on it post resumption and ended up losing $660 on 2,000 shares, so 30 cents. That was not great. And VBIV, I tried to take the trade over 5, but it ended up doing a false breakout when I tried it, which was right here. So I stopped out, and then I didn't go back for it when it did break here, which is fine. I was just like, I'm done with it. So those are my day trades, $10,000. Yesterday, I did take, I had a trade on Tesla in the afternoon, which was nice. I made $2,500 on it, so nice winner on Tesla. And I'll just put this up here for right now. So I was thinking about trading Tesla again today, but I didn't end up getting an opportunity. And as it did this really big drop here, I was like, okay, I missed the drop. I'm going to think about going long. And it actually bounced from 2160 all the way back up here to 2217. It's like a 50-point bounce. It was kind of crazy, but I missed the whole thing. I'm still holding Amazon from earlier in the week as a swing trade. I am actually holding a put spread on it, which is, I sold it at $5.35 and it's at $1.28 and $1.24. So I have an order to try to fill that one at, it's actually at 4 cents, and it says the mark is 1 cent, 2 cents, but see how it's jumping around? It takes a while sometimes for these to get filled, which I'll talk about in a second, because it is a little bit of a challenge. Apple is also a put. No, sorry. Apple. Oh, it looks like I got stopped out of that. Okay, that's too bad. So I had a put spread here on Apple, which I set my stop at a 28-cent debit. It looks like I got stopped out of it. So that's a little bit of a bummer, but that's fine. It was for profit. I had made a credit of about 50 cents when I took the trade. So only like 12 cents or 20 cents profit on 10 contracts. The problem here is that it shows I'm negative on the day, because I did give back a little profit on the day on it, like $100, but I was green on it coming into the day. This is a flaw with TD Ameritrade. They should add your total realized P&L. They should like urgently add that. It's crazy. Anyway, so I guess I'm stopped on that, but I'm still holding the call spread, and I'm in that at $1.04, and it's at 28 cents right now. So the goal would be that these expire worthless, but on the other hand, it's important, I think, to set some stops on it, just so I don't end up coming back and something crazy's happened, and all of a sudden what was a winner has turned into a big loser. So I have a stop on this. I have a stop at 15 cents. It's at 9 cents right now. Amazon, I have a profit stop in, or a profit target in at 4 cents, but I'm not as worried about Amazon. Honestly, I'm not really worried about either of these. I think they're both in good shape. But yeah, so unfortunately, to answer your question on PED, so PED is halted, pending news. So this is if I pull up the NASDAQ halts page, NASDAQ trader. So this was halted at 1204, and you can see here the halt code on this is going to be T1. So T1 is halted pending news. So the company is going to be releasing some type of news. We don't know what it is yet. It hasn't been posted as far as I can tell. When that news gets posted and disseminated and everyone is able to read it, then NASDAQ will schedule a resumption time, and then it'll resume trading. So for right now, there's nothing you can do. You just got to sit tight and wait. I can look in the SEC filings on it to see whether or not there's a S3, but I don't see one near at the top. Registration for employees. So, yeah, I mean, I don't. I know we had this 8K news. So this company delivers an open letter to this company, and the operator indication of an interest to acquire the company and the underlying assets. So that was the catalyst we were trading off of. So, we'll see. The news could be positive. It could be negative. I don't know. So anyways, we'll see what happens with that. Again, though, while the stock is halted, there's nothing you can do except for just kind of sit tight and wait. So it's just a sitting and waiting game at the moment. But it's probably, so the thing is, they're not going to, as far as I would imagine, they're not going to put out an article that says they can't account for the move in their stock, because the move is related to this article right here that was out this morning and the filing. So what they might put out is an update to this, that they've determined it's not a good deal, or that they are in negotiation and this is the price. I mean, who knows? But it'll probably be something related to that, I would think, but we'll see. So let's see. So then on the swing trade side of things, tomorrow's Friday. So options tomorrow will expire. Weekly options will expire tomorrow. So if I pull up, Tesla here, for instance, this is a very volatile stock, as we know. If you had the courage to sell the 2,500 calls, let's see, the 2,500 calls on Tesla right now, they're going to be expensive. I mean, they really are. I'll check that, Rod. I'll take a peek on that in a second. So the 2,500 calls here, $3.45. So if I sold the 325 and then bought the 25.50, I'd get a credit here of $1.36. So that's called a credit spread. Profit max loss. So not a good profit loss ratio, but all you need is for the stock to stay below 2,500, and you'll keep that 1,300 in your pocket on 10 contracts. You could also do an iron condor on this. So you could say, I'm going to sell the 2,500, and I'm also going to sell, maybe the 2,000. I mean, the thing is, the 2,000 is, so this is a delta of 4. So let's go to a 4 delta on this, which is actually kind of crazy how fast that delta drops. It doesn't drop nearly as well, but that's because of the way the strikes are. So let's go down here. So the 2,000, yep. So I could sell the 2,000 and buy the 1995. So now I've got basically two trades here. One is a short type of position, and the other's a long type of position. But really, they're kind of a bracket, because the way those would work would be, as long as the stock stays between 2,500 and 2,000 by the end of day tomorrow, I'll keep the full premium that I've sold there. But if the stock starts to come close to one of those levels, if it comes down to 2,000, the one up here will be near max profit, but this one will be approaching, max loss, and the max loss is much bigger than the max profit. So you really have to manage them really carefully, because they can get out of control pretty fast. So honestly, on Tesla, the risk of it gapping, I can't do a trade on it. So I'm not going to do an overnight trade on it. Amazon is pulling back a little bit, but it feels like it's pulled back too much to sell a credit spread on the call side. And, I don't really want to sell a put spread. Again, we have expiration tomorrow. So sometimes going into Wednesday, Thursday, if you see a setup that looks good and the premiums are nice, you could sell some options knowing they'll expire worthless. I mean, I could, Netflix is a little cheaper. Let's look at Amazon, though, for a second. So back to Amazon. So the premium on Amazon, let's see. Down here, let's look at 3250, because 3250 was kind of a support level. So 3250 is down here, delta's 5. It's showing about a 94% chance that it'll expire worthless, which are good odds for me. So I could sell that and buy this, but here's the thing, look at the spread. That's a 25-cent spread, 76 by 208. So with that kind of spread, and generally with very light volume on these contracts, it's not positioning you really well, in my opinion. So I think I'm just going to leave it alone and not add anything here right now. You know, again, around 3 or 4, maybe I'll sit down and see something that looks a little bit better. But at the moment, I'm not interested. So I'm not interested in day trading any of the options today. Maybe tomorrow I would day trade weeklies for the expiration. And Amazon and Tesla would be good potential candidates because they'll in the morning still have really high premium. But you know, and so time decay will be working in our favor. But I'm just not seeing really anything that I'm totally in love with right now. On the Netflix side, going into next week, you know, I could, on a day like today, I could potentially sell the 110 puts because it broke this level. So if it comes back down to this level, this should be support at 110. Previous resistance should be support. So I could sell the 510 puts. But realistically, I mean, even the weeklies for tomorrow, there's a pretty good price on them because, you know, I mean, look at this. It's coming back down right now. So the 500s, not to mention next week, the 500s are at 84 cents, but the 510s are $1.84. If I go out to next week, the 510s are at $8.55. So, I mean, really, you're getting a lot of premium because the delta on this is pretty high. You're really close to in the money, but look at that spread. It's a $1 spread. So this is creating a little bit of a challenge when we've got these big spreads. I really don't like the big spreads. It's kind of frustrating. So anyways, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to add anything just right now today. I'll wait till later, maybe, or maybe just wait till tomorrow. All right, so that's about it for me. $10,000 day trading. I've got open P&L of like 380, 400 on swing trades, but hopefully those will be expiring worthless tomorrow. But if I do get stopped out, you know, that's okay too. All right, so I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you back here first thing tomorrow morning.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Help us hit 750,000 subscribers by hitting that subscribe button, and stay tuned and check out some of my other awesome uploads right here on YouTube.